I'm out at this bar slash restaurant, and I see one of my buddies chatting with these two guys I don't know that apparently he just met. So I go over there and I start chatting, and I meet this guy named Kevin. And I'm not much for small talk. It's not my thing. But we get into the meat and potatoes of it. And Kevy Babes over here, I called him, we got the Kevy Babes. Kevin was going through a divorce, was in a legal dispute over the finances of the divorce, also owns a company, was having a legal dispute over that, and just lost his two parents. So, like, I'm practically in tears for this guy. Like, man, this guy's got it rough. And what the most endearing part about Kevin was he was smiling this whole conversation, and he was happy as could be to be out having a beverage, eating food. He was just like loving life. I'm like, man, this is pretty admirable, this man. So I'm like, Kevy Babes, he wanted to get back out there. The divorce has been happening forever. He's like, I would love like a woman to like go on a date with. And, I couldn't help him with his other problems. I can't bring back his parents. I can listen. But I was like, I am a dating coach. Probably get him a woman. So I go on an adventure. And I start introducing him to women. And things are going pretty well for him. I'm relentless. Like, I don't care. I just go up to everyone. And I'm like, you want to meet Kevy Babes? Anyway, I see this gorgeous blonde. And she's tall. And Kevin's like at least 6'2", 6'3". I don't know. He was pretty tall. And I see this beautiful blonde that's like 5'10". So I'm like, oh, she's tall. He's tall. This is a good match. So I go up to her and I'm like, you need to meet Kevy Babes. I'm like, this guy's a legend. He, he was a firefighter in 9/11. He saved like 6 police officers. I'm just totally making this up. But I'm having a good time. She's laughing. She's liking it. I'm like, you got to meet Kevy Babes. You're going to love him. So I bring Kevin over, and I venture off. And what happened was, apparently this woman wasn't interested in Kevin. She kept coming up to me. And she's like, no, Mike, I'm not interested in Kevin. Like, I'm interested in you. And I might have had a little bit to drink. And I was like, no, you got to talk to Kevin. I'm like, give him another try. And my brain wasn't quite working because she was quite beautiful. But I kept bringing Kevin over because I really wanted to help Kevin. Like, he really hit my emotional strings, and I wanted him to get a nice woman. But so the woman kept coming back to me. And she was like, I'm not interested in Kevin. I'm interested in you. Almost to the point of like shaking me. Like, will you stop? So it ended where eventually, like, I kind of hit myself in the head. I'm like, this woman's gorgeous and playful and fun and happy and smart. Like, what are you doing? So once again, the drinking got in the way. And she's like, she was trying to leave. And we're like, how do we like combine numbers or something? And we just, the brain would not work. So I ended up just showing her the back of my phone. I'm like, she's like, how do I get a hold of you? I'm like, well, you can just find this and on Instagram and you can message me. And so this is my company. And so she ended up actually messaging me. But why I brought up this story and why I titled this Good Men Find This Beautiful in a Woman. I think what was so beautiful about this is this was clearly someone that really desired me. No matter what I did, she kept coming back. No matter what I said, no matter what I made up, no matter what story or joke I told, she just wanted me. So for someone to admire you that much, to want you that much, that's something to find really beautiful. And so eventually I'm like, if someone's this into me, like, I should be giving them a fair shot. And there was no reason I shouldn't. I'd already set Kevy Babes up with a lot of women, so he was doing fine. I don't even think he remembered this one at this point. And so now it was my time. So it's beautiful that she really just wanted me. And I'm sure you can relate to this. When a man just really wants you, that should be exciting. And that shouldn't be something like where psychology tells us we want what we can't have. Be cognizant of that thought. Just because someone's really coming towards you doesn't mean you should push them away and go for the person that's like playing hard to get. Know that there's psychological warfare happening up here and fight it back and realize when someone wants you, that's a really good thing. And that's can lead to 60-year marriages that are really happy as opposed to someone who's kind of into you. So get excited about that stuff. All right. I'm curious. Go in the comments. What do you find beautiful in a man? Like, what gets you going? Put it down there. Let's help the men out there and help me out because I definitely read this stuff and love it. Love all of you. See you next video.